I like that hat.
Okay. Mr. Saturday Night Special.
Got a barrel that's blue and gold.
What was that?
The next line of the song.
Oh. You broke up a little bit. I didn't hear you.
It's got a barrel that's blue and gold.
See, I didn't even know that line. The only line I know of that song is that one I just sang.
Saturday Night Special is the name for a kind of a gun.
Oh, that I knew. I've never paid attention to the song. But,
I did not know that.
It plays on the it plays on classic rock stations. That's all I really know about.
Leonard Skinner, man, friggin' classic.
It is, but yeah, I don't. Yeah. When it comes on in the car, I sing along that one line as I just go about my business.
It's pretty cool, actually. Here, I'll some of them lyrics.
I'm gonna listen to them. I'm gonna like read them and pay attention to them one day. Every now and then I do that with a song and I'm blown away because I'm just like, man, I've been listening to that song for years. I had no idea what it was about. Like that Seasons in the Sun song. Like only 10 years ago did I actually pay attention to the lyrics and find out that dude was like dying and he was just saying goodbye to like everybody he cared about. I was like, I had no fucking idea.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Listening to that song my whole life, never paid attention to it.
This is pretty cool. This is about a guy who breaks into someone's house while they're asleep, thinking he's gonna steal from them. Mm-hmm. And then Mr. Saturday Night Special got a barrel that's blue and cold, not gold. Ain't good for nothing, but put a man 6 feet in a hole. And it's just about all the different people that a Saturday Night Special has killed.
Oh boy. I like it already. I like Leonard Skinner. Not enough to pay attention to all their songs, obviously.
Handguns are made for killing. They ain't good for nothing else. And if you like to drink your whiskey, you might even shoot yourself. So why don't we dump on people on the bottom of the sea before some old fool comes around here and want to shoot either you or me?
Not a haiku.
Not a haiku, no.
All right, so since Martin and Rue are not joining us this evening, we're going to do The Lost Mine, and you guys have made your characters with that other nifty app API I found in there that just lets people make characters whenever they want. You could just
that's pretty nifty.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna have like once they join, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to like, I mean, I'll have time, but like, they might have to wait a while before they can make their characters. And then I saw that API, and I was like, "Does this do what I think it does?" And it does. So you can make like millions of characters. Don't make millions.
I will say, I have photographic proof of all of the roles. It looks like I lied if you look at my stats, but I didn't.
Oh boy!
I can send you the photo evidence if you want.
No, I don't need that. I didn't even look at your stats yet, though. Let me take a look at your stats.
Look at Hezu first. That's the really intense one.
That is pretty intense. It's not like crazy intense, though.
It's 14, 14, 15, 14, 14, and 19.
Nice.
Pretty good. But it looks like I lied, but I promise I didn't.
I trust you.
Boy, did God, okay. She was 13, 17, 14, 13, 15, and 9.
I got double negative
You know.
on Garrett.
Do you really? Oh, no.
It's fine. He'll be good.
Poor little guy.
I've even got an ability score macro that like automatically generates like a.
Oh, nice.
See, that's really
Hey,
hot.
I'll take that one.
that's really good too. Yeah. Less good. Pretty good.
How do you do that?
The macro just calls for 46 minus the lowest die just 6 times.
Okay.
It looks like this in the macro. I'm going to put it in the Discord. I don't know how it translates all right.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Good to know.
I love macros. And I've added a little thing to my dice rolling macros. Oh, maybe I didn't add it to. Did I? Oh, yeah, no, I did, yeah. Where it says that I'm rolling some dice behind the screen. And then it whispers me my secret die rolls.
Spooky.
Yeah. I figure that'll be fun. All right, so let's I'm sorry, I didn't mean to move your characters around there. Tell me about your characters. I guess we'll start at the top there. Tell me about Battle Mage Estes
What? You went all
Cormanarel.
James.
You got robot-y.
Uh-oh.
Meryl. That's all I heard.
I was asking.
What are we doing?
Crad, tell me about your Battle Mage there. Like what's
Battle mage. Okay,
what's up with
gotcha. Half elf, trained in the War Wizard at Cormier. Not very talkative for a half elf. Probably just keeps to himself mostly. Looking to see what kind of familiar he should have as a companion. That's what he's sort of working on right now while he's on a sabbatical after completing his wizard training.
Okay. And what about Garrett?
He's Telsword and the Purple Dragons with Cormier. He was assigned to escort buddy boy here, Estes, to Neverwinter. That's where they were going.
Cool. And Void Cat?
Void is a very non-talkative feral tiefling. So, like, her horns are kind of serrated on the tips, and her teeth are longer than other tiefling fangs. And she kind of, like, hunches more, like, almost like she could use her hands to walk as well as her feet if she wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a ranger with like red skin, black eyes, pretty normal other than the like looking more feral kind of stuff. And she travels everywhere with Hezu, the sorcerer, who is looks humanoid but taller than other humans. And has very, very pale skin and very, very black eyes, and black hair with lots of braids and beads and things in it. And they kind of look for caves, mines, underdark kind of area entrances to go into and explore, looking for their own thing they're trying to find.
Cool.
Any excuse to go in a hole, basically, they'll find it.
Hopefully, they'll have plenty of excuses to go into holes in this adventure.
I thought maybe the mines would give me a good excuse to go into a hole. Just a guess.
Go in the hole. All right, since we're not going to get crazy into things like backstory and stuff, I'm just going to read the flavor text of the story hooky kind of thing. And it reads, in the city of Neverwinter, a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker asked you to bring a wagon load of provisions to the rough and tumble settlement of Phandelver, a couple days' travel southeast of the city. Gundren was clearly excited and more than a little secretive about his reasons for the trip, saying only that he and his brothers had found something big and that he'd pay you 10 gold pieces each for escorting his supplies safely to Barthen's Provisions, a trading post in Phandelver. He then set out ahead of you on his horse along with a warrior escort named Sildar Hallwinter, claiming he needed to arrive early to take care of business. And you've spent the last few days following the high road south from Neverwinter, and you've recently just veered east along the Tribor Trail. You've encountered no trouble so far, but this territory can be dangerous. Bandits and outlaws have been known to lurk along the trail. And it suggests that if you guys would like, you could... it says, encourage the players to introduce their characters to each other if they haven't done so already. I don't know if you guys need to do that. If you can, if you want.
And well, Floyd wouldn't say anything.
Okay.
And Hezu probably wouldn't say anything first either.
Okay. Estes would keep to himself and be constantly like watching the trees and whatnot. But Garrett would be into wanting to meet these strange people from faraway land. Like, what's up, you guys? He'd probably look to the tiefling and notice the fangs and stuff, and probably like smile a little bit, and then immediately avoid contact and look over to the pale girl instead. What sort of brings you into working with these folk here?
Well, my name is Hezu, first of all. My friend here is Void. Good choice, not speaking with her. What's your name, first of all?
Oh, right. My name's Garrett Tagrith. This is my companion, Estes. We are from Cormyr, quite far away from here, but Estes required that he travel to Neverwinter to study some of the magical inventions there, and I'm here to escort him. And Estes sort of just grunts at that and then keeps looking out in the trees.
I actually know of Cormyr.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What?
Interesting place.
What is it that you know exactly? I'll test your knowledge.
Recent troubles? Recent wars? That at least has crossed my ears.
That's right. Before I signed up with the Purple Dragons, that was before my time. I'm not really experienced too much. Skirmishes, not too much more than that.
I see. I mean, what I've heard makes me wish that I had been there when those things were happening to do my part.
Well, anybody that wishes to join the Knights is welcome. Now you see,
not in that way, but I appreciate the offer.
Well,
what brings you here then? Why are you helping? Is this just on your way?
Well, purple dragons are trained to work with the war wizards, such as Estes here. So my commanders thought it would be appropriate that I escort him on his journey to Neverwinter. Things have been interesting, I suppose.
Interesting how? What's happened?
Oh, not too much. Just learning how war wizards interact with other people has been. And then his voice is getting lower and lower, and he's trying to avoid Estes' ear more and more. Things have been somewhat enlightening.
I suspect you and I have similar problems with our nonverbal companions. But I don't mind it when Void causes problems. It's interesting that way. You learn more about people when they're challenged, I find. You might embrace it. You could find it useful in society to have someone willing to say the thing that everyone's trying to avoid.
Well, Estes doesn't really say much of anything, but... Oh well, maybe he just doesn't like me. What do you think, Estes? And then he just shrugs at that. I think you're talking too much, Garrett.
Well, tell me more of Cormier then.
Well, we're a constitutional monarchy.
Starting with the interesting thing. The highlights, just like I like it.
Exactly. I mean, I can tell you plenty about the purple dragons and our order. Or the war wizards. Estes might know more about that, maybe, considering he is one. Although I'm not sure you'll get much out of him. We have plenty of woods, although they keep chopping them down to make room for more settlements. We got a fine navy, fine men and women serving. I don't know, what would you like to know?
I hope to go there one day. So, I don't know, what are the people like? What are the customs? What are the stories? What are the legends in Cormier?
Well, our country was founded following the defeat of the great black ancient dragon there that used to control the lands and fought with the elves. His name was Thalgor, and he was said to be so old that his black scales had turned violet due to age. That's just
I've heard stories
that's a legend
about how
anyway.
beautiful he was.
Yes, beautiful and terrifying. But what about you? Where do you come from? You and your friend here.
It's difficult to say. She's never really told me. I found her, as you see her, many years ago. I found I enjoyed her company. So we traveled together. We share a mutual interest. We like to study. It's an odd area, less of a study. Well, maybe it is. Not that I'm writing a book or anything. But caves. Underground. We've never made it to the Underdark, but we've tried to go a few times, just for exploration's sake.
That's quite dangerous.
Yeah, so we take jobs like this along the way, try and become stronger, more knowledgeable, more practiced in bandits and monsters as we find them, so that when we make it to the places we think would be interesting, we'll be able to stay there long enough to learn something, hopefully.
Well, I hope you do learn something.
The camera paves the way.
Exactly.
Does anyone want to have like a reason why you'd be helping this Gundren Rockseeker fellow? Like, does anyone like maybe know him from someplace, or were you just like looking for something to do?
We need the money. We spent pretty much every like gold piece getting all the way to Neverwinter.
I figured if this is like it's taking us towards a mountain range, right? Like towards where the mines would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I figured for us it was just a job that like we're going that way anyway. Might as well make some money along the way.
Yeah, I can even show you guys the map here. Some of it is hidden by the fog of war or some nonsense like that, but yeah, by Phandelver, you got some mountains and stuff. There's that Tribor Trail, which which you've just recently veered upon. You spent the past couple
Cool.
of days going south down that high road. Now you're on that Tribor Trail.
Gotcha.
And then on that other map there, you got your dudes on this wagon here being pulled by two oxen. And if you wanted to, I don't know if you wanted to put someone like driving. I just kind of dropped you guys on there, so people could be walking alongside the wagon. You could all be riding on it, or just so long as someone is driving the wagon.
Garrett can drag it. Does he know how to operate land vehicles? Let me see.
Well, it says here in the notes, any character can drive a wagon. No particular skill is necessary. The two oxen pull it. If no one's holding the reins, they stop where they are. So as long as someone's holding the reins, yeah, you don't need an actual skill or anything. You might need a skill like if you try to do something, if you try to do stunt driving with the wagon and the oxen.
Right. Gotcha.
And on the wagon, it's packed full of an assortment of mining supplies and food, including a dozen sacks of flour, several casks of salted pork, 2 kegs of strong ale, shovels, picks, and crowbars, about a dozen each, and 5 lanterns with a small barrel of oil, about 50 flasks worth in volume. And you've been on the Tribor Trail for about half a day. And as you come around a bend, you see 2 dead horses sprawled out about 50 feet ahead of you, kind of blocking the path. Each one has several black feathered arrows sticking out of it. The woods are kind of close to the trail here. There's a steep embankment and dense thickets on either side.
I'll pull the ox to stop.
All right, Void jumps out of the wagon and is gonna run over here and stealth and hide behind this rock.
Okay. Okay, you're behind that rock.
I am behind it. I'm so behind it.
Garrett sees that and gives a nod over to Estes, who nods back, and they both disembark from the cart.
Okay.
Either side.
And Hezu just stands up and moves forward, but she's going to stay in the cart. And look around into the trees for anybody springing a trap.
Estes is going to look to Garrett and say, "Why don't you go investigate that?" And then Garrett gives him like a sort of a fake smile, and then starts walking up.
Hezu, give me a perception check. All right, yeah. As Garrett gets closer, um, you see the saddlebags on one of the horses. Let's call it this one here. You recognize them as being the ones that belonged to Gundren Rockseeker before he set out.
The person we're transporting things for?
Yeah.
I'll I'll tell that to Estes without shouting, like just kind of quietly.
He'll nod and think it over and say, whatever's happening here, I think we need to leave quickly. Tell your friend there to get back on the ox. We'll head out immediately.
She'll get back in when your friend does. If this is a trap, I'd rather have her over there.
All right. He'll sigh a little bit and then yell over at Garrett. Whatever you're going to do, just be careful. And, Garrett's going to continue walking up on Buddy Boys here.
Okay.
He's going to look it over.
All right. Looking it over. It looks like the horses have been dead for about a day. Definitely killed by these arrows. The saddlebags have been looted, and there's an empty leather scroll case right over there.
I pick up the scroll case.
Okay. All right. As you pick up the scroll case, you hear shouting coming from either side of the road in the woods. And
I cast mage armor on myself.
Okay. And you cast mage armor upon yourself.
Estes will do the same.
And these little goblin men's. Little goblin men's.
Little goblin men's.
Little goblin men's come out of the, well, they kind of stay in the woods, but they're shouting, staying behind some trees a little bit, and they start lobbing arrows. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Let's everybody roll initiative. And then I'm gonna leave the game for a second. Because there is a setting I probably should have thought about setting, which will make things easier since you're both playing multiple characters. Where's it at? Oh no, it's set. Yeah, show NPC name in roles is what I think I wanted to have set. So okay, yeah, it's set. Yeah, so these goblins are shooting at you as they're shouting stuff. Shouting goblin-y like things. Does anyone speak goblin?
Nope.
Okay. All right, so the first one shoots at Garrett. I do believe that misses. Oh, it's why is he set on? It was a 13, which I'm pretty sure misses.
That will
you.
miss.
Yeah, let me turn off his whisper rolls. The next one shoots at Void. She's got an additional at least +2 to her armor class from where she's hiding behind the rock. I'm gonna say she's got at least half cover from where he's coming at her. He's over here.
Oh, damn.
But he hits her anyway for 5 points of damage. This other guy is going to shoot. He might have disadvantage. No, he doesn't. You're barely.
Is that cow blocking it?
Yeah,
Is
I'll
that
give you.
cow providing any cover?
Yeah, I'll give you a +2 cow cover. I believe it would have missed you anyway. Cow cover. And the last one attacks Jesus.
Yeah, that hurts.
Okay, and then we're going to go back to the top of the order. Void.
Okay.
I'm not sure how well you can see. Oh, I need to hit the select thing. I always do that. Can you see the dude?
Void. Mm-hmm. Void can see this guy and that guy.
I'm going to say you can see the guy that shot you as well. Let me just move him to someplace where you can see him. I'm going to move everybody to where you guys can see them. Because you are able to see them. I believe everybody can be seen now.
Oh, man. Which one's the one that shot Jesus?
This dude down there.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
There you go. Fuck that dude.
Yeah, you do. So that's the dude that Void.
Fuck him in the ear.
That's the guy that Void shoots at. The guy that shot Jesus.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What does it look like when that dude takes a lot of damage and then dies?
Jesus waits until he's like screaming because he's so excited to have hit someone. She shoots him through the mouth.
Excellent. Okay, it's the goblin's turn to attack. That other one is just like, no! He says it in Goblin though, and he's going to take another shot at Void. And he completely misses. He like hits. He's not even like looking at her. He's busy looking at his friend, and he just like he winds up just like shooting that arrow like right into that rock. This other one here is taking another shot at Garrett.
That'll barely hit.
Okay, for 3 piercing. And the other one all the way up there feels pretty good about his chances of hitting Estes again. And maybe he shouldn't have.
That misses.
Okay. And it will be Garrett's turn.
All right. See, that guy's 40, 35. He's dead anyway. All right. He will use his action to dash. He's going to get into Try and get into this guy's zone of control on the left here, and try to also stay in some sort of cover so that guy on the way all over the right and the top won't be able to hit him as well.
Okay.
So he'd like to try and get right there as his action.
Sure.
And that'll be it for him.
Okay. Estes.
Estes is going to chuck a firebolt probably at the closest one. Does he have any cover on him or anything?
Not enough to help his armor class or nothing.
All right, he's going to try and do that.
They came out of their good cover when they started shooting.
How's that 8 do?
That misses.
That's unfortunate. He is going to get behind cover next to Tiefling, though.
Okay.
And that'll be his turn.
All right. And it will be Jesus' turn.
Jesus gonna firebolt this guy up there. Well, that was Jesus' roll, not Void, so she misses.
Okay.
And then she's gonna go behind the wagon and crouch down behind it. Try and get a bit of cover.
Okay. I'll say that from where they are, you've got 3/4 cover at least. So, you have a +5 on your armor class for anyone shooting at you from where they're at.
Awesome.
Okay, that'll take us back to the top of the order, and it will be Void's turn.
Okay, Void's gonna shoot at the one that Jesus missed.
Okay.
And miss it. Blech. But she'll stay where she is.
Okay. All right, that goblin's going to take another pot shot at her with his short bow.
Misses.
This goblin up here by Garrett is going to, as you approached him, he dropped his short bow and pulled out his scimitar, and he tries to hit you with that.
Yeah, that hits.
For 5. This guy over here isn't even going to try to shoot at Jesus. He's out of range. He is going to try and shoot at Estes. I'm going to say from that side, you've got +2 on your armor class. You've probably got enough cover behind that rock that it's going to help you out a bit.
Okay, so let me see then.
So that would effectively be a 15 on his part.
Okay, and he's also got the mage armor.
Yeah, so what's your armor class with mage armor?
13 plus dex, so I think it would be right on the money. So I think he would barely hit it. So what he's going to do, he's going to cast shield on that.
Okay.
He does not want that one to hit him.
No, and that arrow goes flying off into one of those horses there, one of those dead horses.
Oh.
Okay, Garrett.
Garrett's going to use his bonus action to second wind. So D10 +1. Okay. Now he's going to try and stab this guy in front of him.
Sure. That misses.
That's unfortunate. That's his turn.
Estes.
Estes will try again for the firebolt thing on the closest one.
Okay.
How about 14?
That misses him.
Okay.
Man,
Goblins have nice armor class.
these goblins ain't fucking around.
Right. That's it for his turn, too.
Okay. That'll take us to Jesus.
Okay, Jesus will move out a little bit and shoot a firebolt at the goblin on the top right. And fucking miss him. And then she'll scoot back in.
Okay.
And that's her turn.
All right, that'll bring us back to Void. What build did you use for the Ranger? Did you use the Unearthed Arcana or the Player's Handbook?
I used Xanthar's, the
But the
Blue
base
Stalker.
Ranger.
Yeah, for the base.
I didn't realize that Unearthed Arcana made the base different. I guess the Unearthed Arcana?
Okay.
I guess I used Revived's Ranger, I think. Does it what I don't know what the difference is.
I don't
I think you get advantage on initiative rolls, stuff like that. Level 1's pretty strong, and the revised Ranger. I know that for sure.
I will look into it, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, look into it because I'm cool with either one of them.
Okay.
All right. So she shot a firebolt and missed.
And Void will try to shoot the fucking cat.
We're whiffing it. Let's go.
Yeah, this isn't working out, man. Jesus on 2.
She's landed. Void's landed the only big hit, but it's been a big one.
Though. Like one shot a goblin, but we still got 3 to go.
Okay.
God.
All right. So it is the goblin's turn, and that first one, that one up top, is going to swing again at Garrett with his scimitar, and he's going to miss.
That will miss.
Yeah. This other one is going to shoot his short bow at Void. So that's a 17 with his because you got that cover.
Yeah, that hits. Okay.
And that other one up top there, he's going to try and shoot Estes again with a 4, so that completely misses. And that'll take us back to Garrett.
Yeah, Garrett's gonna desperately try and swing again at this buddy boy.
Oh yeah,
there we go.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, what is that?
Thank God.
Yeah.
Decap. Goblin heads rolling into the grass here. And then we're running down 30 feet right here.
Okay.
To this boy. That's his turn.
Estes.
Estes is going to try and back up his friend, and he will cast... Actually, he saw that kill. Who knows? Let's try this out. He'll cast Frostbite on the one next to Garrett.
Okay.
Gotta make a con save.
He does not.
Disadvantage on his next weapon attack. And that's Estes' turn.
Okay. See, he shivers and he's all covered in frost and he's just like, Jesus.
Jesus steps out, tries to firebolt.
Yeah?
That hits him.
Hit him?
Yep.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
What does that look like?
Oh, she steps out and she's like half snarling because she's so mad this guy missed so many other things, and she like whispers something creepy in a creepy language and then shoots fire at him. And he's on the ground, but his hair is still on fire. with that terrible hair burning smell.
Awesome.
And then she's going to move over here and crouch down so that she's got better cover from the other goblin.
Okay. It will be Void's turn.
Void will shoot with her longbow. Fine a fucking Lee, man.
Yeah, that hits him.
Get him. Kill him.
Kill him.
Yeah, what's that look like?
So he's like shivering, just shaking. So like when she shoots him, there's like that noise, like cracking ice on the top of a lake. And she shoots him through the neck.
Nice. All right, yeah, they're dead. Everybody who's attacked you.
Void stands up and turns around, and Hezu gives her like okay sign, and then Void starts just like mercilessly rifling through the goblins' bodies, looking for anything useful.
They have got scimitars, short bows with arrows. They've got leather armor and shields. And they've got some coins in their purses. That particular one that she's checking out there has got he's got 4 copper pieces in a little coin purse.
Okay, she'll strip them of everything and throw the armors, like everything they've got, into the wagon, and get all the money and distribute it evenly between everybody.
It's a total of 24 coppers altogether.
I don't know how to divide that by 4, but I know you can. It's 6 each. There, I can do it. And then, yeah, all of their stuff in the wagon, just in case we can sell it the place we get to.
Okay.
So there was that spell case too, right? Oh, sorry.
No, all right. After she does that, she's gonna drag all of the bodies like into the woods, come 20 or 30 feet, just so they're not visible from the road.
Okay, who's doing that? Void?
Yeah. Hezu's just waiting in the wagon, beginning her short rest.
Okay, as you're dragging the bodies up into the woods, you notice that there is there's a trail. You notice that with just a passive survival check. There's a trail hidden behind the thickets leading northwest. And you recognize that about a dozen goblins have come and gone along the trail, as well as signs of 2 human-sized bodies being hauled away from the ambush site.
Is there blood?
On a rock, there's some dried blood. You do see some dried blood, like on a rock.
Okay. Floyd will come out and tell Hezu that. What were you gonna do, Crab?
I was gonna see what was in that scroll case.
It's just empty. It's just an empty.
That's unfortunate. Okay.
How much blood is around? Like, there's the horse's blood, but is there enough blood out around the horses to say, like, 2 human-sized people died here, or?
Give me a survival check. You don't think there's enough blood that like any sort of human-sized people died there, um, but you're pretty sure just based on where the horses fell, like some of the blood you see like dried up on the road. Not a lot of it, but enough to indicate that someone was wounded. Um, Indicates to you that someone probably was wounded, like a human-sized person, or something else. It could have been
Mm.
with an
We know
11,
that
but
these
it's not from the horses.
we know that these are the horses, or one of them was of guy who hired us, Gundren.
Yeah.
Okay.
Void has found a trail. It looks as if our employer and his companion were taken away. She doesn't believe that they were killed here. It's odd for goblins to capture someone, but the evidence suggests that that's what they've done.
We need to go see if they're still alive then.
The trail will not, I assume, DM, accommodate our wagon.
No, it won't accommodate the wagon.
Well,
But it does say in my notes that the party can easily steer the wagon away from the road and tie off the oxen while the group pursues the goblins if they so choose.
that sounds like a good idea.
We can do that, yes. Uh, if you give me some time, we can rest in the forest, and I can obscure the cart in my way, and Void can obscure it in hers. Might give us a better chance of having the goods be intact when we get back.
That seems like a sound plan.
Okay, so then we'll pull off into a while and onto the edge, and Void will use what she can to make get leaves and things and scatter it, kind of unhitch the oxen and stake them a little further away from the cart so they can graze. But if you hear a cow, you won't immediately lead you to the cart. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I hear you.
And I'll use my mold earth as a little while to sort of build up dirt around the wheels and maybe look like it's kind of been abandoned so people won't be interested in it if they come by.
Okay.
And maybe scatter some of the earth on top of the goods to obscure them slightly.
Sure.
Like those Ford Falcons you see on the side of the road with their hoods up and the license plates gone.
There you go.
Yeah, no worries.
And obviously, of course, short rest.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys take a short rest.
Does Void look not too hot?
Void's okay. She's not great. Hezu looks worse.
I'm all for a short
I
rest.
forget. Oh, it's D8, right? Yeah. No, it isn't. It's a D6.
Yeah. Sorcerer Ranger.
D6 for sorcerer. Is it D6 for sorcerer? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Estes will do wizard shit and get a spell slot back.
That was Void. And then this is Hezu. Alright, that's not too bad.
And then, before everybody heads out, Garrett will want to get the team together and say, all right, we know what we need to do. We need to get our employer, Gundren, back alive and rescue whoever was with him as well. We handled these goblins. I'm sure we can handle any other goblins that we might face. If we just work together, we'll be able to get out of this alive, and we'll be able to be paid. Does that sound like a good plan? And he'll use his little inspiring leader. So everyone, if they'd like to, can get a extra 3 temporary hit points.
Sure. Hezu was at the beginning, looks like she's about to snark at you, but it's surprisingly nice to hear it kind of, described that way. She feels motivated. And away we go.
And away we go down this path.
Okay. Why is this now broken?
What did you do?
It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man. There's a problem with some of the pre-made character sheets, I think. Properly registering armor classes. So I'm just gonna see if I can fix this dude really quick. And while I'm trying to fix the dude, okay. Heading down the trail, what's your marching order like? I guess put your guys in like marching order, like just on this thing here, like how you're gonna go.
I mean, Garrett is all for leading the pack, but if Tiefling Girl would like to be in front.
Yeah. Void will stealth 20-ish feet ahead. Actually, about that far ahead.
Okay. All right, so Void is ahead by about 20 feet, right? Okay.
It's more like 40 feet.
Oh, okay. Okay, about 10 minutes heading down the trail. Give me a perception check. Avoid. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, you easily notice some sort of snare trap on the path.
She'll leave a little marker in front of it that Hezu will recognize to say to step off the path for a little while and then step back on after the snare and then keep going ahead.
Okay.
And then when we get to it, Hezu will be like, okay. I see the marker. Let's. And then they sneak around it.
All right. About another 10 minutes down the trail, I need you to make another perception check.
Easy money.
Yeah. You notice a camouflaged pit about 6 feet wide, 10 feet deep. Well, you don't know how deep it is, but you see it's about 6 feet wide.
another marker to step off the path for a bit and then come back on.
Okay.
Estes will look back to Hezu and say, "Your companion has a sharp eye."
It's the benefit of keeping your mouth shut.
He ponders that for a little bit and looks back.
I'm opening up another handout here for myself. Okay. All right, so about 5 miles up the trail, you come across a large cave in a hillside about, well, again, 5 miles from the scene of the ambush. There's a shallow stream flowing out of the cave mouth, which is screened by dense briar thickets. There's a narrow, dry path leading into the cave on the right-hand side of the stream. You guys, I'm going to put you... Why are you... Well, let me know how well you can see yourselves once I'm moving the player ribbon over there now. Can you guys see yourselves okay there?
I can see my own icons, but nothing else.
I
My own tokens.
cannot see myself at all. There we go.
But I can only see my tokens. Everything else is a black screen.
I can see his guys.
Let me see if let me just check.
Oh, okay. I needed to activate dark vision. Okay. I did that on Estes. Is it real dark right now?
No, it shouldn't be real dark.
Okay.
That should be much better.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So you guys come across the that's the cave mouth I was talking about there. There's a stream coming out of it. It'd help if I was. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Void is gonna sneak up ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And go, like slowly
Mm-hmm.
until she sees a guy, which she can see now.
Yeah.
But she's trying to be sneaky.
Give me a stealth check.
Sneak roll. Did I do good sneaking?
I believe you did. Yeah, so you see these like dudes here. These two goblins. They look like they're playing rock, paper, scissors when they really should be guarding. They're like
All right. Void will like hold up 2 fingers if any of the other people can see her, which they probably can't.
Mm-hmm.
And then take her time, take aim, and shoot an arrow at that guy.
Okay. And you have
surprise. With advantage?
Yeah, he's surprised, so you would definitely have advantage on that. Yeah.
That's better.
He's surprised like a motherfucker.
Get him.
Okay. Yeah, you hit that guy. What's it look like when he threw rock?
Through the mouth again.
Okay.
Cut him off before he can shout.
All right. Everybody should probably roll initiative just in case now. I should probably remove the old. It'd be nifty if they just like replace the numbers as opposed to just like redoing them. Like if your numbers just changed, but that's all right. Okay, yeah. So that guy, like, he's got that arrow through the mouth and he drops down dead. The other guy is like he has scissors and he's just like looking at his friend, just like he's not really sure what happened there. And
Poor guy.
yeah, I mean, you guys definitely saw like Void shoot something. And Garrett, your turn.
Garrett's gonna come barreling in now.
Okay.
He'll probably have to dash. He has to move to see like where the heck they are first. So he'll move 30 next to Void.
Okay.
Okay, and then he sees that guy. Can he see him from here? Because I can see the icon token
Yeah,
just a little bit.
if you can see the icon, yeah, then you can see that. Yep.
Okay, he's gonna pull out one of his hand axes and try chucking it at this boy.
Okay.
It's 15 feet, so I think he'll be in range.
Yeah.
Because it's like 20 feet or so, I think.
Yeah, the guy has like he has like a little cover, but yeah, go for it.
Sure. Nope.
Yeah, so the hand axe goes flying past him, and he just kind of like he just turns his head for the first time now, and it is unless you got something else you want to do.
Nope.
Okay, Jesus.
Okay, she'll just get to here. And she cannot see that guy. So she'll stay here.
Okay.
Kind of pull back into the trees a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Estes.
Estes is also going to move up, probably next to where Jesus at.
Okay.
30 feet. It's your call if you can see this guy or not.
Yeah, you can see him.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, not well, but you can see him.
Right. He'll check the firebolt.
Yeah, that hits him.
Nice.
He gets flamed on.
What's it look like?
He like sees this axe go fly by him. He's like, "What the heck?" And then fireball right into his face.
Aw.
Very unfortunate. These poor goblins, they were just playing games, dude.
Yeah, whatever. I wonder if they have anything good on them.
Exactly.
Is that your turn?
That's it for me.
Yeah.
Okay, Void's going to take a step this way
Mm-hmm.
and shoot at that bear.
There's a bear? Huh?
It's not a bear, it's a wolf, but you can shoot at it.
She's going to... Pew!
Okay, you hit him for 10 points.
And then she'll... Nice. And then she'll use the rest of her movement to run around this way and kind of like around the corner, back against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And that's her turn.
Okay. All right, the wolf like cries out in pain and it starts like howling and stuff. The other ones start snarling and like, snapping and stuff, and it seems like they're like anyone else who can see them, it seems like they're pulling at chains.
Pulling what?
At chains. They seem to be, or ropes. They seem to be roped down. Not down, but like, let me make a quick check here. Okay, you hear something howl in a language you don't understand, like yells, like yelling howl. Um, like it's yelling at this wolf. It seems to be coming from pretty far away, um, like further off into the caves, and the wolf just kind of like whimpers and like seems to shut up.
Are we still on initiative order?
Um, I would say probably not. I mean, nothing else seems to be coming your way. Yeah, I'd say we can drop the order. And this time I'm going to clear it. So when we roll it again,
So we heard somebody from further in the cave tell these wolves to knock it off.
yeah, pretty much. That's what it seems like. It's kind of like, "Hey, buddy, keep it down down there." And the wolf was like, "No."
Amazing. All right. Void will drag these two goblins back into the trees, so if someone comes up from the other path, they'll immediately be alarmed.
Okay.
And then take a peek around this corner.
Okay. Taking a peek around the corner, just inside the cave mouth, you see a few uneven stone steps leading up to a small, dank chamber on the east side of the passage. It narrows to a steep fissure at the far end and is filled with the stench of animals. And you hear some savage snarls now as those like yeah they're chained. Um, those three wolves are like chained up and they're like kind of snarling and growling and stuff. Except for the one that's wounded, it's like it looks angry, but it seems like it's pretty wounded.
All right. I'll put it out of its misery.
Okay, that happens. So yeah, it's you put him out of his misery. What's that look like?
Um, just no arrow in the chest.
Okay. Yeah, it goes down. The other two start like growling and like they're pulling at the chains even harder now, and they're growling and howling. Well, not howling, but like making like sounds like they want to get free and try to eat Void.
Mm-hmm. So just sort of stand there and do target practice until they're all dead.
Oh my goodness.
Garrett's gonna come up and watch this scene unfold.
Okay, one of them gets an arrow
Pew,
in him.
pew,
Yep.
pew, pew.
It yelps. Another arrow in him. He yelps again. Oh, you're Boromiring this poor dude.
Yeah, till they're all dead. That's what's happening. It's a shooting gallery at the country fair.
That one goes down. No, it's it's like
I'm just gonna keep moving
howling,
until
like
you tell me it's dead.
it's
How many
howling
arrows
back
you
and
got?
forth.
I'm gonna go get it back. And we got some from the goblins before.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah. You do them in.
All right, then go and collect all the arrows.
Garrett and Estes will give each other a look, and they'll say something to each other in Elfish. Garrett just shakes his head and is looking around the cave now.
Well done, my friend. Maybe if we have time, we can skin them on the way out.
More muttering in Elfish from Estes.
Would you rather have had the guard dogs set loose on us from behind when we're discovered?
He doesn't say anything in response to that.
Does everyone have dark vision?
Nope.
Yes.
Estes will cast light on Garrett's longsword.
Ugh.
Is that what?
Void's. Yeah, that's what Hezu does. Void's gonna sneak ahead a little bit.
Okay. All right. Now at the back of that cave with the wolves, there was like a fissure leading up.
Too small for anyone to get through.
There's a lot of garbage at the base of the fissure. It looks like someone might be able to like crawl up there if they wanted to. The other passageway that Void is checking out here, going up the cave there, is a steep passageway. The main passage from the cave mouth climbs steeply upward. The stream is plunging and splashing down the west side. And in the shadows, you can see a side passage leading west across the stream there, which you should be able to see in the roll 20.
Hezu's gonna move Molurth a little bit at the back of this fissure and see if she can make it so that she has a bit more room to squeeze through.
Yeah, it looks like you could. Looking up the fissure, it looks like it goes up about 30 feet. It's like some sort of natural chimney. It goes up about 30 feet. There's like an opening above.
All right, so probably not. Void's gonna like beckon and put up two fingers and point down the little hallway, and then scooch back a little bit.
Okay, have her give me a stealth check. Okay, and then give me a perception check. Garrett, give me a perception check as well. I don't need a strength check from you, but I do want a perception check.
13.
Okay. You see something Void seems to have missed looking around. Barely out of sight, there is a goblin standing up on this bridge further up this further up the what do you call it there? Up the passage. He doesn't seem to have noticed you guys. He's just kind of standing there. He's like looking at his he's like cleaning his nails with his scimitar.
He'll whisper and try his best to whisper tiefling up there and point towards where the goblin is at.
Do I hear?
Loud enough so she hears it, not loud enough so that he hears it.
Yeah, you're only about 15 feet away, so yeah.
All right, she'll turn around, take careful aim, and shoot him. Ooh.
Oh yeah, that hits him. So what did that look like? Like I said, he's standing up on this bridge, cleaning his nails with a scimitar.
When he gets like hit with the arrow, his hand slips, and he like slices open his hand, and then he falls forward off the bridge, and she sneaks forward to catch him, so he doesn't extend his influence.
Okay. Yeah, that happens.
And then she tucks him up under the bridge.
Okay, he is tucked up under the bridge. The bridge is about like does it actually say how high it is? I mean, I'm guessing it's about like maybe 20 feet up. Yeah, let's say 20 because falling off the bridge does 2d6 bludgeoning, so we'll call it 20 feet. So the bridge is about 20 feet up. Oh, and it says it right there.
There you go. Boyd will look over and nod a thank you, and then point down this tunnel again and hold up her two fingers.
Garrett's eyes will suddenly go wide, and he'll look back and say something in Elvish to Estes and start running back over to where the goblins are at. And Estes will sigh and facepalm himself and say, "The boy forgot his hand axe." And then he'll run back and then whisper to Hezu and Estes, "Right, I'm ready now."
Boyd will sigh and move forward a little bit and just shoot at this guy.
Well, let me say that
if she can get to him.
You can't get to him. You probably like you can see him like on the map, but I'm going to say that you probably actually really couldn't see him. Each one of these little steps here,
right,
is like is going up. So just because of the dynamic lighting, like you can see him, and I'll even say that like you could hear like goblins talking back there in Goblinish. But yeah, you can't see anything from like your vantage point.
Would it be like a climb up, or is it just like an incline or some steps?
It's a climb up, but it's not like a difficult climb by any means. It'd be your
Could
normal
it be
movement to
made?
climb up. Like you wouldn't need to even. Um, you wouldn't need to make like a athletics check or anything to climb up there.
Could it be made quietly?
Yeah, with a good stealth roll, absolutely.
Okay. Uh, Void will stand here and beckon, and then climb up this step, and then crouch below this one so she could pop up and shoot if she needs to. And like wait and try to do it quietly and like no, she doesn't have advantage, but so she only got 7. So never mind. Because she was trying to be quiet, but she failed.
But did she fail?
I'm assuming she failed. It could be wrong. I could have made an incorrect assumption.
You could have.
I don't think I did, but it sounded bad.
How heavy is she? What's her weight? I know it's a personal question, but
No.
I guess just like best guess.
It doesn't say in the where I looked in the player's handbook. It's probably somewhere else. Like I don't know, 150 pounds. That's average, right? People size.
Yeah, especially with your gear and stuff, I'd say yeah. Okay, give me a dexterity saving throw. Okay, so when you climb onto this this ledge between these two escarpments here is what they're calling them. It seems to be pretty fragile, and the noise you made is the noise of the one of the escarpments just loosening up, and it goes like tumbling down to the east. You have made your saving throw, so you're only going to take half the damage.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh.
So you take 5
Yay.
points of bludgeoning damage from the fall. Like you hit your little tiefling head. That seems like a lot of damage for like a 10-foot fall. Make it even half of that. Yeah, make it half. That's like a 10-foot fall, like from there. So
okay.
2d6 seems excessive to me. 2d6 is what you would have gotten from falling off that bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And let
me
just let me do another die roll here. Everything wanting to be slow now. Yeah, the goblins are still just talking in goblin.
Whoa.
They don't seem to have noticed like any sort of sound. I mean, there is like, there's that water rushing down and stuff, and they seem to be engrossed in their conversation, so they didn't hear the ruckus.
Okay.
Go lay down.
Void will look back and whisper down to the others. I'll throw them down here. Get their attention and then run. Don't try to climb that.
Noted.
Okay. and then Hezu will come back this way. So if somebody comes popping out of that thing, and then depending on what the DM says, Void's gonna stand up, shoot at a goblin, and then try to like jump to the other side of the creek to get away and draw them down.
Well, this is now like it was about 10 feet up that first escarpment. So now it's about 20 feet from where you are to like the top there. You know, like 15.
This is 20 feet high?
Yeah, this one was about 10 feet high. I mean, it was a slope. And then this whole thing kind of just crumbled down. You can still make it up there. It's like difficult terrain, but you won't be able to jump up there.
So
she can't actually see the goblins?
No, they're there because of the dynamic lighting. You know, you can't do like a. I suppose I could have blocked it off myself, but yeah, it's like all uphill.
Okay. Well then,
I guess that's one reason. Like whatever. I guess that's a good thing, like to use Fog of War for as well. I mean, I tend not to use the Fog of War, but I guess Fog of War would have been good in this.
Yeah, that's all right.
In this instance, Fog of War would have been handy.
Well, then Void will just be like, fuck it, and jump